Hello everyone, Railgan here again, today with another CVC game, and today I want to talk to you guys about the Corruptor versus Mutalisk matchup, as we're going to see 2-base Corruptor going up against 2-base Mutalisk, and it will have an ending that I don't think any of you will expect. So I'm going to go through the early game a little bit quicker, because the game is a little bit longer and I don't want to hold us up for too long. I'm going for a hatch gas pool opener here, sending 6 Zerglings across the map, getting 12 pulled myself, or rather as 12 pull speedling baneling all in. I managed to defend this. My queen is sniping the banelings, snipe, 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 saving my links for a little bit, and then once he eventually does get a kill on my queen, and I start droning away, move the spine crawler to the natural, trying to keep that drone safe as well. Once I have 2 queens here, a spine crawler as well, I feel very comfortable. I think the game kind of evens out and I'm just droning. He did get a queen kill, so I lost a little bit more than him, and I think he can be very happy with how this turned out, given his opening build order. Now I thought, let's see what my opponent does, right? But I thought, and then I see that he doesn't really take a third base for quite some time, and I decide to go for a fast lair into Baning, into Evolution Chamber and Roach Warren. So perhaps hit him with a quick Roach push. And I'm just droning, taking double gas as is usual, getting the missile upgrade as is usual when you go for a Roach push. I have my link speed ready as well, so I can scout across the map, get a kill on a couple of his Zerglings there. Worker count wise we're pretty even. He's morphing an Overseer, which I think I saw with my Zerglings, so I know he has a lair tech done as well. Getting a good scout there, seeing the I saw the Spire right there at his natural, so I know he's going for a Spire as well. Also threw down my own Spire, which he scouts as well. So we both know that we're going for a Spire, and I thought, well, what happens if I just go for Corruptors? So I'm using Roaches together with Corruptors to win the fight, right? I think I already made a video on this in the past, but usually it's like a 3-base versus 3-base scenario where you do some Roach pressure and stuff. In this game, I thought, well, I'm just gonna do it straight up. So I'm starting to build Corruptors right now, getting my Spore crawlers out, and defending at home. If we have a quick look at the units lost, my opponent lost a little bit more than me, but he's now cleaning up overlords, so he's going to get a lead in the units lost, taking out 50 resources more than I have taken out in this game. But then I take out some links and we are pretty much even besides 6 minerals. However, he does get a couple more overlords right here, and I also had to invest money into Spore crawlers, which of course further slows down my economy, meaning I lose more and more resources. I am also a little bit apprehensive about droning up my third base. However, my opponent is droning up his third base, and we can see that he has a clear focus on the gas income. There's not too much fancy going on over here. My Corruptors are fighting against his Mutalisks. My queens are clearing up his links. My queens are very good upgraded, almost +2, +1 right now. So they're making short work of his unupgraded links. And my Corruptors are trying to fight against his Mutalisks. However, since he's actually playing with a lower worker count and going purely on the gas, he's able to muster a huge Mutalisk count, which turns out is a little bit more than my Corruptors can handle, because I have 8 Corruptors versus 27 Mutalisks right now. He's already taking a 4th. So this guy really doesn't want to build too many links, and instead focuses primarily on his Mutalisk count. And I figure, well, I have to... Actually, that's kind of cute right here. He morphs 2 banelings, but they're on creep. This of course doesn't work. Like, you can't hide banelings on creep. I just see that. But yeah, I'm able to defend with the power of queens and Spore crawlers and Corruptors against his Mutalisks, but I realize, well, this is not really going to work for me. Like, how am I ever going to take a 4th base? As he also starts taking out my queens with his very high Mutalisk count, and roaches of course also cost gas, since roaches are the other unit that I might build. He's going for a little bit of a trade right there. I think that was kind of evenish. I might have lost 1 or 2 Corruptors more than he did Mutalisks, and Corruptors are also more expensive. So it's really not looking too hot. I think I tried to build an infestation pit right there to get out some infestors, because I realized, well, I'm going to need something. So I have to pull the trigger right here. I sent my roaches and my Corruptors across the map while he's harassing me. I didn't notice that he snapped the infestation pit because I really wanted the infestors. My roaches are across the map right now, and he doesn't really have a good way of dealing with them, as we're going to see. So I go in and my roaches make short work of this mineral line, and then I start splitting them up. At the same time, there's another fight going on over here where his superior Mutalisk count absolutely demolishes my Corruptors. He has twice as many Mutas as I have Corruptors, and my Corruptors basically all die while killing barely any Mutalisks. So this is not a good trade for me at all. And now you might say, well, Railgan, aren't you dead? And I said, yes, I am dead. However, I'm trying to kill as many workers as I can, because I realized, well, if this guy's only going to build Mutalisk, there's no way he has a mineral bank, right? Else he would have Lynx attacking me from time to time as well. So he doesn't really have a bank, and now he has to invest all his money into Mutalisks. Into drones. So you can't really build a Mutalisk count, slice them into the Spore crawlers here, and I'm desperately trying to survive against the Mutalisk count, shuffling my drones around here, there, everywhere. On his side of the map, however, he also runs into some issues, as he's not able to deal with my roaches that are counterattacking him. So he will have to pull his Mutalisks back home. His Mutalisk count down to 26 right now, to my 8 Corruptors. And I'm finally able to start building some infestors against him. His worker count is down to 14, so he's really struggling to get any workers out right now. Instead, he decided to build some Lynx. However, I do have roaches in position, and I'm moving my Spore crawlers around to better defend this space. And Spore crawlers are very scary for Mutalisks, as my roaches try to keep the pressure up. These ones right here, I'm not sure if they're going to survive or die. I think they're actually going to die. I do have the +2/+2 upgrade, however, roaches are not that strong that they can beat that many Lynx. Right? He also has the +2 melee upgrade, so the roaches are quite good. Right here, I'm landing some key fungals. However, not quite enough, as I only have 2 fungals, and the other infestors are barely at 72 energy right now, so I'm not able to get out any additional fungals. However, my opponent is of course very scared right here. Another fungal and another fungal, further lowering the HP of his Mutalisk. However, it's not enough, and I lose all my Corruptors. All my infestors are dying, and well, I lost this space as well, and I now have pretty much nothing left in this game. I have some Spore crawlers over here, so I'm trying to move my drones over there to safety. On his side of the map, however, my roaches are cleaning up the last of his workers, trying to reduce his worker count to 0 if possible. He is fully committed, going all in on my Spire. My Spore crawlers over here are getting in a defensive position, as I realize, well, these bases are most likely forfeit. However, maybe I'm able to keep at least that base alive, sending the remaining drones to the third base as well. Roaches are still going ham. He's now expanding to my 4th base. He has 1 drone remaining here. Barely manages to save his 1 remaining drone. And now I built a lot of Spore crawlers at this space that he's no longer able to push through. And I still have the infestation pits, so I can start building infestors. I still have a lot of gas in the bank, but I have no minerals, right? So the problem for me right now is my low mineral count. However, I do have gas, so I can build infestors. On his side of the map, he's losing his last buildings right here. Not sure what this drone is doing. I think it's gonna go back to mining eventually. Maybe it's trying to hide. Roach is kind of looking for it, I guess. Attacking the base over here with roaches as well. Roaches spread out. I'm checking, is there any base that I have missed? And right now we're in a position where it's 17 Mutalisks versus 8 Spore crawlers, and 8 Spore crawlers win against 17 Mutalisks in a straight up fight. However, if he's able to start his mining up again over here, the game might get into an ugly position. And I don't know if he has any minerals in the bank at this point. Like if he has like 200 minerals in the bank, he can quickly start building up his drone count over there again. So I think, well, what if I get the burrow upgrade? Starting more spore crawlers over here. I need as many spore crawlers as I can. Building drones, spore crawlers. Actually adding 1 or 2 hydralisks as well right now. I'm not sure if that was a smart decision. He's going for a kill on my lair right now. Oh, and here we see the cutesy move. So I realize, because this creep tumor gives me vision, right? So I go in, snipe both of his workers and burrow my roaches. Moving these spore crawlers a little bit forward. Getting ready for a spore crawler rush. Right? Like you might have heard of the spine crawler rush. Now get ready for the spore crawler rush. I was actually scared of the swarm host. I was like, oh shit, am I actually going to die to a swarm host? But then it just threw the locust at my spore crawlers instead of landing them in front of them. So I was very happy about that. Now I'm spore crawler rushing his fur base right here. And my burrowed infestors are getting into a position. And so the thing about spore crawlers is Mutalisks want to group up and to do as much damage as they can to the spore crawler. He did not expect the burrowed infestors, however, as I'm able to get one fungal after the other until he eventually dies. My roach goes in, snipes his last drone, and with nothing but a swarm host left in this game, my opponent taps out as I'm taking yet another sneaky expansion. And he lost to the 20-minute Spore Crawler Infestor Rush. Not a crazy game, don't you think? I enjoyed this game a lot. What I realized is that Corruptors against Mass Muta doesn't work. You really need to get out that Infestor tech ASAP. Once again, thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I'll see you guys soon.